blankets and new layers of gauze. I'm pretty sure there were even some maxi pads used. They absorb nicely. Yeah, the guys are like, ah! It's gauze, guys. It's gauze for girls. I don't want to talk about it. You know when my daddy was the best daddy in the world? Because if I was having a bad day, he'd go to the grocery store and he'd buy girl things, you know, those things we're not supposed to talk about because y'all moan, and then he'd buy chocolate and ice cream. Best daddy ever. So, anyway, I digress. So Mike gets me to Nashville. We pull into the hospital. I listen to 3 surgeons explain to me why I cannot be alive right now. I said, that's nice. I am, so can you fix this? I was in reconstructive surgery for 11 hours. I was very angry with the surgeon that they did not pick a better model. Unfortunately, Mike gave them a picture of me. It's like you couldn't find any more or something like that. This side of my face is all plastic. So, I get out of the hospital. They actually have to break me out of the hospital because he found out where I was. And so Mike, who lived in, it was like a basement house of his parents, and there were 6 other young men that lived there. They broke me out of the hospital. They took me to their house. They doctored and nursed me around the clock. When he showed up, they created a line across the front of the house like this, really hoping he'd try to break through. I don't know what happened. I wasn't allowed to watch. I know that lots of police and ambulances did show up, and none of my friends were hurt. Can't say anything else. Don't know. So, like I said, I had dropped out of high school. I had been taking college courses in high school, so I actually had the majority of my basics done. But without your parent's signature, you cannot graduate, you cannot change schools, you cannot do anything if you're a minor. So, what I could do was I could transfer my college credits, and I couldn't go to high school, but I could go to college. That was nifty. So, I was basically homeless. I stayed there. They let me stay there as long as I needed to. I worked 3 jobs and went to 2 schools. I was not going to let my mother be right about me, and I was not going to let him win. Period. Was I depressed? Oh yeah. Was I lonely and isolated? Yep. How many of you, when you're sick, want to call your mom? How many, that's your natural instinct? You want to call family. So imagine being the sickest you possibly could be. Because as I'm recovering from all these surgeries, I'm diagnosed with stage 4 cancer. Well, dang! When I was diagnosed, I'm a very important person, sorry. When I was diagnosed, I was told to get my belongings together and go home. Meaning, make your peace, you're done. And so I wandered around the campus of Vanderbilt, which I was at school there at that time, and just hopeless. And this old hippie, silver hair, ponytail down his back, tie-dye shirt, crystal, old guy. Kind of reminds me of Bill.
If I had hair.
Yeah, if he had hair. And he sees me, he puts his arm around me. I'm just like, just walking around. I'm a mess. Hey, you okay? Would you need help? Yes. What's going on? I'm dying. well, why'd you decide to do that? That's a great question. They said so. Well, is it up to them? I don't know. Keep in mind, I am still 17. Just about to turn 18. So he's like, let's go somewhere kind of quiet. So he takes me in this office. He takes me in this other office, and it's this big office. Beautiful. It kind of reminds me of the mansion. And I'm like, you're going to be in trouble. You're in somebody's office. And he goes and he sits in the chair behind the desk that says, Head of Oncology. How many people know about Vanderbilt University? It is the #1 research hospital in the world. Guess who I just stumbled into? The head of that program. Guess who decided I was adorable and he would keep me? He only took pediatrics. He himself adopted young children that had been diagnosed with AIDS, because at that point in time, if you were a child and you were diagnosed with AIDS, you were completely unwanted. There was no cure or treatment for AIDS. Everybody was scared to death of it. If you even went in the same room and they coughed, you'd probably get it. You'd get the AIDS. And he adopted these children. And one of the things that I did for him was I would take his daughter, Angel, around, kind of keep her out of his hair. We'd go around campus, or she'd come to class with me or whatever, clinicals. And one day I was having a really bad day, and I went to pick her up. And I said, so what are we going to do today? She's about this big, tiny. Puts her hand on her hips, and she goes, I'm going to live today. What are you going to do? Quit whining. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop. You're awesome. And that was that turning point for me where I was done being pitiful. And I was going to start fighting. I had surgery. I went through chemo. I've been bald so many times that I can make a hell of a statement with it. Fashion statement. The first time I shaved my head, my friends, because they thought it was funny, gave me a Rastafarian wig. Do you see how white I am? I wore it a lot because I liked it. I also had does anybody know who Pippi Longstockings is? Yeah, they got me a Pippi Longstocking wig. That was funny. I had all kinds of wigs. I had one that looked like a real, human would wear. Everything else was ridiculous. I worked at Opryland Hotel and went to Vanderbilt University. I was in the graduate program for therapy, not physical therapy, but rehabilitation therapy, which is more holistic. And the vice president of Opryland, which is now Gaylord Entertainment, but at that time was still Opryland Hotel, but it was owned by Gaylord. The vice president decided to keep me employed, even though I couldn't work most days, keep me insured so that my treatment was covered. If the treatment wasn't covered, it mysteriously was. They got me a therapy dog, and every week I would get 100 pounds of dog food. My therapy dog was this big. But I had 100 pounds of dog food every week. Tell you a story about my therapy dog. My mom called me one day. I was in the bath. I had a roommate, put me in the bath. I was in the bath, door closed, phone rang. One of the jobs of this therapy dog was to pick up the phone. So he picked up the phone, took it to the bathroom. Bathroom door is closed, so he sets it down. And proceeds to pant into the phone. My mom was positive I was like passed out, and that was me on the floor. She even swears she heard like, help. Must have been the dog whimpering, trying to talk to her. Like, it's okay, she's in the bathtub. So she's in Houston. She calls the Dallas ambulance. My daughter's passed out. She's in stage 4 cancer. She's dying. She's on the floor. They break into my house. They break into the bathroom. I'm in the bathtub in all my glory. I'm like, hi guys, can I help you? They're like, you're supposed to be dead. Oh, sorry. I missed that memo. Yeah. Exciting times with a mom who's mentally ill. Check time. I see people packing. Okay. I'm going to stop. Let you guys go to your next class. I will be back in a couple weeks, and we will continue where we're at. In that time, I want new mental models. Okay? So take your phones, take pictures real quick. And when I'm back next time, and Bill will let you know when I'm coming back, I want new mental models. Okay? You could also take pictures and put them on Facebook.
That's what I'm doing on the video.
Okay.
I'll do that. Thank you.